Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today we are continuing on with our saga of trying out a bunch of different units against Fusion ZAMASU. And popular demand, this unit has become kind of a meme. This is one of those units that now has like the meme like defender accounts on Twitter and stuff like that. The BROLY trio. So this unit is very interesting because whilst of course you do have to rely on a little bit of RNG, you can obviously rely on like orb changes and stuff like that. This unit has a 100% chance to dodge as long as you pick up 7 orbs. So technically, even though this unit is quite old, right? They're an LR that came out for, what was it? The 5th anniversary, right? Were they the part 2 LR? It was, yeah, because it was them and Rose for 5th anniversary. So this unit is quite old now. And so if you're bringing them on a team, obviously if you're getting into a situation where they don't have the 100% chance to dodge, they're going to take a lot of damage and they're probably not going to do a lot of damage. So this is why they kind of have become a meme unit, right? Because in almost every other respect, they're just not very good. But if you get getting 7 orbs, they can't be touched in these certain events, which means they unironically become like an amazing defensive unit because they can't take any damage. So the trick, of course, here, we're running them on the ZAMASU team because they don't actually have a single 200% leader. So on ZAMASU's team, they are only getting 150% from his leader skill. And we're running them with Chilai. So she is an orb changer. She is a unit with a scouter. So essentially what we're doing is pairing them together so that we can see what he's going to look like, or what they're going to look like, I should say, with the capability to very regularly get the 100% chance to dodge. We can see where the super attack is, so we know it's in the middle here, so we can purposely put them in front of it, and then we can go ahead and... Now, the other thing to bear in mind, actually, I should mention this, we had the passive up on the screen, but they give allies support for the attack if we get AGL or STR orbs. They give allies defense if we get tech or int orbs, and then they give themselves a buff if we get physical orbs. So obviously depending on the rotation depends on how you want to do that. If we get we get the int orbs there for you, that keeps all of these ones here. So we can get 7. We can't get the 7 if we get the physical orbs. So we have to get the STR orbs, which is the giving allies attack. Which, I mean, is technically pretty good for Merge ZAMASU. Although this is his first turn, right? So he hasn't been hit at all. He hasn't got any buffs. So we do this, and now we just know that 100% he's going to dodge everything. Or they're going to dodge. The only downside, of course, is Chilai herself is very much a dodge or die unit. She can be an interesting unit to run on ZAMASU's team because of the support and everything, but obviously if she's not dodging, then she's taking a lot of damage. But here comes the crew. 4.7 million attack stat, you know, not busting the limits of the game here, but and you're supering? Well, we knew that because of the scour. But let me just dodge that and take 0 damage. So, I mean, the interesting thing about them is, like I say, they are kind of a meme unit because you can bring them on a team into a difficult event, and if you get the right setups with them, they never take any damage. And with the int Chilai, getting the setup for them is not only a lot easier, but it shows you the super attack. So as long as you can make sure you're getting the orbs for them, you just always put them in front of the super attack and then they dodge and you don't take any damage. Which in events like this, like Fusion ZAMASU specifically, where his super attack is hitting you for like, you know, over 1 million damage. Well over 1 million damage. I mean, we've had bosses doing over 1 million damage for a long time, but he's hitting you even harder than that. I think the only problem is here, though, we'll have to Whis here just so that the other units survive. Unironically, didn't need to use a Whis on the turn with Broly, Chilai, and Lemo, but now we have to use one on the turn where we have some of the best units in the game on the rotation. So we'll go ahead and do this. But yeah, Lemo, of course, yeah, pulling up with that Big Bad Bosses link. Because remember, Dragon Ball Super Broly doesn't have Big Bad Bosses. Chilai doesn't have Big Bad Bosses. But the Broly, Chilai, and Lemo trio card has Big Bad Bosses. So the only explanation for that, of course, is that Lemo is the true big bad boss. So when are we getting our standalone Lemo card with big bad bosses? Make him an insane support unit, and then Zamasu's team will have that crazy support unit that they need. Because we were talking about it when putting the team together. It's kind of the only reason why I put Piccolo on there at the end, is because Zamasu's team is really lacking a really good, really strong support unit. Because that physical Zamasu that came out as his banner unit, especially against extreme class enemies, is just not it, right? So there's a couple that are potentially coming, though. The physical Demon Demigra and the Int Goddess, Demon Goddess Toa are getting their easy A's for heroes, and they could both be really good. Demon Demigra is on Zamasu's full 200% leader skill. So... But yeah, these are the turns where it all goes horribly wrong, right? Because even with the orb changing, I can't get 6 orbs in any of these slots. Sorry, 7 orbs. So I can't get the guaranteed dodge. So the only thing I would then be able to do in this situation is to do this, which means I'm now completely relying on Chilai to dodge, otherwise we die. And now I can get the orbs for them. So we can do this, get them their full buff because we got the physical orbs. They got big bad bosses active from Zamasu. I mean, they share solid support Brainiacs and Cold Judgment with Chilai. Cold Judgment obviously is a defensive link, but even with the physical orbs for the buff, they're at 259k. We have a Whis active, but even with the Whis active, like Chilai is not living this super from Zamasu, obviously, if she doesn't dodge. Even if I double, well, if I double Whis, it's what, like 80% damage reduction? But even then, if she was going to take like 2 million damage, she still would be taking like, what, 400k? So, I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but let's see. Is she going to sell? Oh, she didn't. Let's go. Ugh! 490. That was, oh my goodness. That's with the one Whis. No! Okay, so we've jumped back in, and this is one of the things I was talking about this in the Blue Kaioken Goku video yesterday, where we were trying to get him on the turn with MVP 17, where we don't have Chilai and the Broly trio together. So really awkward for them, because it means we're relying on the game to give us 7 orbs, which fortunately it did. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I guess we don't need big bad bosses for them, right? Because they're not going to... Actually, no, this is just an awful rotation. Because without big bad bosses, they're going to lose a lot of their defense. Am I still going to have to Whis here? I actually might have to, unironically. But we'll just use it so we know we can survive here, I guess. And then on the next turn, we will have Chilai on rotation with them. But yeah, watch Zamasu super in slot 3. Oh no, there you go. So, nope. I'll just dodge that, thanks. I'll just dodge everything, thank you. So yeah, this is what I was saying, right? This is why they are a meme unit. So I think I said it after I cut when we died just now. Is even with Chilai, we didn't get 7 orbs. And the ideal placement for them on that turn, I mean, there were, what? Was there no attacks in slot 2? So the idea would be you put them in slot 1, get the 7 orbs, they dodge everything, including that super attack. But we couldn't get 7 orbs. And, you know, I mean, obviously, if you just want to have a funny run with this unit, you could do that. But you're not coming into this event bringing, like, an orb-changing item as your only item. So if you get into a situation where you can't pick up 7 orbs with them, then obviously you just get killed. Like, unless you have... I mean, we obviously died with a Whis active because Chilai is obviously not the ideal unit to use against Fusion Zamasu, funnily enough. Alright, so we'll do this. I guess we'll do this, and then we'll do this. We still have... Yeah, I did use this. We still have the Whis active, so we should be okay here. Yeah, because Zamasu has so much of his own damage reduction, actually, that he just doesn't take damage from anything, right? I mean, obviously, he still takes double-digit damage. I still think that's a very interesting... Like, you can have 100% or more damage reduction, but you still take double digits. You actually cannot take 0, which means even if you're on 1 HP, you could then have items active so that you have over 100% damage reduction and you still die because you can't take 0 damage, which is interesting. But yeah, Piccolo Jr. going off here, doing Piccolo Jr. things, getting the additionals and whatnot. Yeah, Piccolo, remember though, he gets hit and then he gets a buff, so he takes damage from his first attack sometimes, but then obviously then he just takes double-digit damage. Yeah, exactly. He's not built up. Now that once he is fully built up, he's just cruising, especially with an item active, right? Cruising and bruising. Alright, so now we should have them together. Well, we should, I say. We will. Okay, well, let me do this. It means we don't get big bad bosses, which is more so bad for Rose and ZAMASU, right? Because they're not getting the advantage of having big bad bosses, but... And of course, you know, the whole thing is we're still relying on, like, Cheelai to not settle. And look how many times she's being attacked. Like, it's still definitely not, like, an ultimate strategy. And these guys have 300k defense. They do have guard. Is that enough for them to live the AoE? Probably. Well, no, we will live the AoE because we have, like, 640k HP. The problem is whether Cheelai sells. Because if Cheelai, I think, doesn't dodge even one single attack, even if we live... That means the... Actually, they took way less damage than I thought. But how much does Cheelai... Cheelai is going to be taking a lot of damage here if she's not dodging. But Broly Trio, there you go. You put them in slot 1. You get your 7 orbs. They dodge absolutely everything. And there you go. But, like, physical orbs is the one that gives them their big buff. And we still are below... Is that below 5 million attack stat? We did get a crit, but... Not exactly crazy. I think the problem is with them, it's like Cheelai is the best unit to run with them, but she's just such a massive liability. 127. Okay, we should be fine then. Even if she doesn't dodge a couple more, we'll live. But yeah, that's just the problem, is she's such a liability. Like, I saw a lot of people running her as a support unit on this ZAMASU team when the team first came out, because the team is lacking in these support units. So having a unit that gives a bunch of support and has a scouter is really good, except then when you go up against the toughest bosses, she gets, like, almost immediately killed, which is not good. You actually have more damage reduction in slot 1, don't you? Once we're getting a little bit deeper into the event. Yeah, because you've got higher start of turn defense and higher damage reduction. So I'll go ahead and do this. It's a good setup for Piccolo Jr. because him not being in slot 1, but then he still is able to get hit before he attacks because of the AoE. It's not too bad for him, really. He can definitely look good in this event. But yeah, I mean, Cheelai only missed that one dodge, but again, and remember, like, against the physical ZAMASU, we saw how much she took last time with a Whis. So you get one attack not dodged in the physical phase, and she just, you know, she just disintegrates. So... But, you know, we're here for the memes. We're trying not to let our memes just be dreams, but... if we can actually get the W here, that'd be great. You also have to remember, of course, to be fair to Cheelai, I mean, her defense is bad if she's not dodging. That just is true. But the Broly Trio and Cheelai are only getting the 150 leader skill from Tech Fusion ZAMASU. So maybe, you know, at some point, maybe even around the time they could get an easy A. Because remember, the Broly Trio is now the only one out of the 4 LRs from the 5th anniversary that doesn't have an easy A. So their easy A could be coming sometime soon. Imagine if they got an easy A, Cheelai got her easy A, and then they released some 200% lead that they were both on. Then that rotation would actually be kind of cool again, because it would still have this great synergy and, like, defensive potential, but the units would actually be much better because they have their easy A's now. So that's something that we could potentially see. I don't know how long it would be for Cheelai, because I know she's not super old, but Like I say, the Broly trio are the only one of the 4 LRs from the 5th anniversary that don't have their Easy A yet, so... Alright, so I can get the orbs there. The only problem is, how much does this change the orb field if I do that? Because I'd have to do this. Okay, good. And in is what gives everybody else extra defense as well, so... But again, it all comes down to Chilai, right? If she doesn't dodge one of these attacks, then it's GG. I mean, I want to see the Broly trio dodge, but like, I mean, it's part of the strategy. I'm not going to use it because, I mean, I'm trying to think here. What is the point, the purpose of where we are at in the video now? And it's like, yeah, I want to see the Broly trio dodge everything. But if I just use a Whis so that Chilai doesn't die, it kind of defeats the point of using the strategy in the first place. Because if you're going to run the Broly trio so you can be like, haha, 100% dodge, like, you don't want to be using a Whis on the same turn as well. So it's kind of... I guess the reason why Chilai is a bit of a liability. It's like, why would I want to use a Whis on the turn where I'm making it so that my unit that I'm putting in front of the super has a 100% chance to dodge? Like, ideally, if I'm doing that, it's so I then don't have to use an item on that turn. But fortunately, Chilai, you know, came through, got the dodges, and we survived. So that's what we like to see. This is a bit of a sketchy turn, though, in terms of... Whilst AGL ZAMASU is good and is a good, strong slot 1 unit to a certain extent, him taking like a slot 1 super from physical fusion ZAMASU is still not good. But fortunately that does not happen. Because he's got 50% damage reduction and he's obviously getting extra defense with each super attack. So ideally we want him to get a good couple of supers here. He might actually, unironically though, he might still die depending on how much, like, what his defense actually does go up to. Because we only got 2 supers. Then he doesn't get supered, so he should be okay. And then, I mean, Tech ZAMASU, he's up to 13 million now. I love this Tech Fusion ZAMASU, he's so good. I really hope that we do get some good extreme buffs, like, soon. Although I say that, and of course now, this is going to be big damage. If he's taking 50k from a normal... Yeah, 800k. Well, there you go. In this video, I guess, technically, LR Broly Trio better than Tech Fusion ZAMASU, confirmed. Because they took 0 damage from any of his super attacks, so... But yeah, there you go. So the Broly Trio, they are a meme unit, but I mean, you can make it work, I guess. So their Easy A could be soon. It could be really good, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So... yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. So good work, Team Broly Trio. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.